Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to you all. I'm Dakshina Yadav. I work as a horticulture research scientist at Department of Industry, Tourism and Trade, and today I'm here to talk to you about developing ready-to-eat jackfruit products for Australian market growth. To start with the background of jackfruit industry in Australia, jackfruit is a tropical exotic fruit grown commercially in many countries, specifically in South Asian countries. However, in Australia, the jackfruit industry is concentrated across the northern regions of Northern Territory, Queensland, and Western Australia. In Australia, it has been considered emerging or minor industry for more than a decade. And one key impediment to the growth of the Australian jackfruit industry is market acceptance and consumer behavior. Hence, the project aims to reduce the barriers limiting the marketing potential of jackfruit by development of 3 promising products through to commercialization. And refinement of these products will include nutritional evaluation, packaging solutions, and consumer acceptance of each products. While nutritional evaluation and packaging solution side of the things will be taken care by our project partners, University of Melbourne, we are looking at determining the harvest window and quality specifications for fruit intended for processed products. And basically to give you the snapshot of how we are doing this experiment, we have 6 superior variety lines of jackfruits, which are actually identified by our previous research by NT Department of Industry, Tourism and Trade. So each bud, fruits from when they start to when they are still at bud stage, we are tagging each bud of those superior variety line trees, and we are tracking them through the maturity, how they are growing, how many days it is taking for them to pollinate, how many days it's taking them to mature and ripe. So these side of things, the maturity side of things, we are looking at this experiment. I will talk more about it in my further slides. To give you the overview of the project, so in this project, we are looking at both green unripe jackfruit and ripe jackfruit for the processing options. In this project, we are assessing both ripe and unripe jackfruits for their suitability for the processing products. As you can see on the screen, we have both green jackfruit and ripe jackfruits. Green jackfruits can be a very good alternative of meat products, and interest in meat substitutes is growing as people are becoming increasingly aware of the social and environmental costs of traditional meat products. To give you the fact, on a per hectare basis, jackfruit produces around 8 times more edible food than traditional beef products. In a lot of South Asian countries, green jackfruit is used to make curries, to make pickles, and a lot of other food items. We are also, among the Australian consumers, one of the most liked green jackfruit products is pulled pork burger. So yes, the Australian consumers are becoming more and more aware of the variety of processed jackfruit products. We're also looking at the ripe processed jackfruit products. One of those is jackfruit juice. We're also looking at the cut fruits, which can be consumed fresh fruit as a fresh fruit. So basically, in this project, we're not looking to compete with the existing products, which are imported from a lot of South Asian countries or other countries. But what we are looking to do is we are looking to produce 3 high-end products, which will be made in Australia with the Australian standards. We're also looking at the jackfruit seeds, the processing option for the jackfruit seeds. And I specifically want to spend some time talking about jackfruit seeds because I personally think that jackfruit seeds are underutilized and less acknowledged by people. And as a kid, I have a very fond memory of eating jackfruit seeds as nuts. I still remember whenever we used to have a jackfruit tree in our backyard, and whenever my mom used to cut jackfruit, more than fruit, we used to get excited to eat jackfruit seeds, because see, my mother used to sun dry them and then boil them and roast them, and it tastes amazing. So if you have not tried it, I think that's something that you can try. You can definitely try. So while 10 to 15% of the jackfruit weight is comprised of seeds, they are rich source of protein, fiber, and starch. And a lot of time people, I think one of the reasons why jackfruit seeds are underutilized is because the shelf life of seeds are not very long. Hence, in a lot of baking and other industries, they can be powdered. They are powdering them and using as an alternative of flour in bakery and other industries. So yes, definitely jackfruit seeds have a lot of potential, and we are exploring this potential in this project. Moving on, so what are we doing? So we, as I mentioned in my talk previously, so we have six superior variety lines of trees which are at Coastal Plains Research Farm. So we harvest the fruits which are at different stages. Some at green unripe fruit, and some are and we also harvest fruits which are ripe and ready to eat. So what we are looking to what we are doing is once we harvest them from the tree, we bring them back to the lab, or to our lab, and we do the sensory subjective measurement of jackfruit quality and objective measurement of jackfruit quality. What is sensory and subjective measurement? So whenever in a quality evaluation, whenever there is a human senses included, that's called sensory or subjective measurement of fruit. And objective measurement is when we include any equipment or data to evaluate the quality of the fruit. Okay, so sensory, as I already mentioned, sensory measurement includes the human senses. So so there are different parameters which determines the quality of jackfruit. First one is color. So color, as I think somebody beautifully said, that first, whenever we see a food, we first eat from our eyes, and then we eat from our mouth. So I think a lot of people like different, the food has to be appealing, right? So as you can see on the screen, there are different, in our orchard, the variety lines that we are evaluating. We have some orange areas, jackfruit with orange areas, and some are with yellow areas. Another one is flavor, which is also very important. Sweetness. So to measure the sweetness, we use which is also called Brix. So Brix is basically the sweetness of the to measure the sweetness of the fruit. I will talk more about it in my further slide. Other one is shape. Also the shape of jackfruit comes in different shapes and sizes, like oblong. Some are oblong, some are cylindrical, and other sizes. So we are evaluating we are measuring all these parameters to find the best fruits, best variety lines, or best fruits for the processing option. Moving on, so next is objective measurement. As I mentioned, objective measurement is whenever any equipment or the data is used to measure the quality of the fruit. So the first one that we are measuring in our lab is pH. So pH is the measurement of the acidity or alkalinity of a solution, commonly measured on a scale of 0 to 14. So 7 is considered neutral, with lower pH values being acidic and higher pH values being alkaline. The pH levels help confirm the shelf life, and also gives the it also helps to freshness of it also helps to identify the freshness of fruits and vegetables based on the amount of acid present in the jackfruit. Suitable preservation techniques are carried out. Hence, the pH is important to assess the ability of a microorganism to grow in food, and we know that we can find the best preservation techniques for the processing for our processing products. And in our lab, we use a pH meter, which measures both temperature and pH of jackfruit juice. Next, we are doing the titrable acidity. So titrable acidity, TA of the juice can give a good indication of the sensory perception of acidity. Titrable acidity measures the total acid concentration in the food. NTA is the better predictor than pH of how organic acid in the food impact flavor. And to measure titrable acidity, we can use sodium hydroxide, or we can use we also have a TA meter which we use to measure TA in our lab. Another one is Brix, or total soluble solids. So Brix is a measure of total soluble solids present in the fruit. TSS is mainly made up of sugars, but also includes other compounds. There is direct correlation between a plant's Brix value and its taste, quality, and nutritional density. So Brix, it's basically the total soluble solids present in the fruit, or how much sweet sugar is content in that particular fruit. Since 2021 to 2023, we have done the Brix measurement of almost more than 80 fruits, and we have found the range from 17 to the Brix value, the range of the Brix value of different variety of fruits are ranging from 17 to 27.5, which is 27.5 is really sweet. So yes, we definitely have some of the varieties which can be used for like dessert, to make desserts, or like juices, or ice cream, and different the processing products of jackfruit. So for Brix, just to mention, Brix, we use the refractometer. That's an equipment we use to measure the Brix. Next one is moisture percentage. So moisture percentage is basically the amount of water present in the fruit. And when we know the amount of water present in the fruit, it gives us the it gives us the best possible technique to dry them. Okay, so drying aims to remove as much water as possible to significantly reduce microbial spoilage and oxidation reaction. Drying also minimizes packaging requirements and reduces product weight for ease of transportation. So to measure the moisture percentage, first we take the fresh weight of the fruit, and then we dry them in our drying ovens for like 2 to 3 days in 60-degree temperature. And then we take the dry weight of the same sample, and that's how we find the moisture percentage in the fruit. Next one is percentage aerial seeds, rag, and co. So when we do our post-harvest assessment of the fruit, we first deconstruct the fruit, and we separate each fruit in seeds, aerials, rags, and peels. And then we take the percentage, we measure the percentage of each part of the fruit, because a lot of time the reason because the jackfruit they're so big, and people really don't know what to do with that big fruit. And hence, if once we know that what percentage of the fruit, the whole fruit is contains aerial, what percentage is seed, it gives the clarity for people, for the consumers, that okay, you know what, this particular fruit contains this much of aerial. So it basically, in from the evaluation that we have been doing in our lab, we have found that every fruit that we have evaluated has at least at least 35% and more of aerial content, which is the fruit of the jackfruit, and also 10% as I already mentioned, that in a lot of fruits 10 to 15% of the fruit weight is comprised of the seeds. So this is one important parameter that we are recording. We are recording the percentage aerial, seeds, rag, and core of the fruits. Next, how can you get involved? So you can send your fruits to be assessed for the suitability for processing, and then we will provide a report on the quality of your fruit. We will be creating product specification for the each product that we are aiming to produce, aiming to get at the end of this by the end of this project. So basically, when you know, by sending your fruits to us for the evaluation, you will be able to know that which varieties of the fruits are best suitable for the processing, or which varieties are good for the ripe fruits to eat, is a raw fruit itself, the fresh cut fruit, and which varieties are suitable for the to consume as a young unripe processed products. So that it will give you that clarity. So you can send your fruits to us so that we could provide you the report on the quality of your fruits. This project is funded by AgriFutures Australia. The research is in collaboration with University of Melbourne, thanks to our commercial partners ManBlue and Simsa. With that, thank you.